on WBNE.
Howdy, yokes, and welcome back to Bacon and Eggs. I'm Tyler Carlin.
And I'm Ethan Ed Chill.
And today is Monday.
And this is Bacon and Eggs.
So start a movie marathon.
And find the watch.
Because today we're bringing you
Hawkeye.
I'm gonna get out of bed and start my day. Cook up a breakfast of bacon and eggs. I won't check my phone till after my coffee.
Hawkeye. Ethan, I've got some fun trivia about Hawkeye.
Okay.
So when it was in production, it was not under the name Hawkeye because, you know, in Georgia and in Montreal, which I'm guessing are the cities they actually filmed this in, or the areas they filmed this in, they couldn't call it Hawkeye because then people would show up to the set, right? Like that would be bad.
Yeah.
So the production name was Anchor Point. And I have a theory that the reason it's Anchor Point and not Knocking Point, which are both sort of the same thing, is because Stephen Amell, who played Oliver Queen in Arrow, has a winery called Knocking Point. And I think they were like, we don't want to directly associate with Arrow.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Anyway, so Knocking Point is the spot on the bow where you, for the listener, I think you know this, where you put the arrow when you draw back.
I was going to say, I definitely know that.
Yeah. And an anchor point, I think, is the same thing. It's not a term I've ever heard before. I'm not like super into archery. Reference marks to the bow hunter to ensure that they're setting up with the same form and alignment for each and every shot they take. So I believe anchor points are, it's not just the knocking point. I think it's also like the spot on your cheek and like the spot on the bow, like on the hard part of the bow. I think there's multiple anchor points. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, one plus one definitely equals something in the range of two there.
Yeah. They're similar.
My mind
terms.
made the conclusion for sure.
Episode, what is this, 4?
Yes.
Introduced to Yelena.
Well, you got to give her down stats.
Oh, stat. I didn't even know we had stats.
We always have stats.
Episode is called Partners. Am I right? It's directed by Bert and Birdie, who I think did the whole series. I still don't know who they are, but I'm liking the show.
They did not do the whole series.
No.
No.
They
There was
did
a
just
different
one of the
director for
last
the first 2 episodes. We literally talked about this.
I don't know, man. I can't keep track.
Rhys Thomas did the first 2 episodes. Bert and Birdie did the second 3 episodes, and Rhys Thomas did the 6th episode.
Oh.
I don't know who
what
Bert and
you're
Birdie
telling
are,
me
but
is that there's a chance that Alfonso Cuarón will do another Harry Potter.
I mean, like, if I was Vegas, I would give you pretty long odds on that one.
I think if I'm... Hold on. Yeah, I think David Yates is going to do the rest of the series. I'm pretty sure it's in ink. But if I'm Warner Brothers and I make that garbage can of a movie, you know, Robert Griffin III was on contract for a long time before they let him go. Okay.
That garbage can of a movie was not David Yates' fault.
It was Rowling's fault.
Warner Brothers knows that. Wow, I just said that word really weird.
I know. I thought you were going to say
Brothers.
water or something. I thought you were going to say water under the bridge is where I thought you were going.
Warner Brothers really knows that was not David Yates' fault. Listen.
But imagine, actually, and I think honestly now is probably the worst time to bring in like art film director for the next one. Like the next one needs to be like, we're back on track.
Did you see the not the teaser trailer, but the trailer
For Fantastic Beasts 3?
for Secrets of Dumbledore?
I saw that it came out. I haven't seen it.
They
though.
released like a trailer for the trailer.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was like it's like 2.5 minutes long, and it has nothing to do with Hawkeye. It's a completely different studio, but this is bonkers. They released a trailer. It's like 2.5 minutes long, and it's like 2 minutes of, you remember who Harry Potter was, right? You know, the boy wizard. And then they were like, and now here's a sneak peek at the trailer for Secrets of Dumbledore, which comes out Monday or Tuesday.
Like the trailer comes out Monday?
The trailer comes out Monday or Tuesday.
That's bonkers.
The movie, I believe, comes out in like June.
Yeah, I have
Maybe July.
extremely low hopes for it, because if they're like, we're going to make it more like Potter, which I think was the wrong move anyway. I think that's where they really shanked the goat, so to speak.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
What is the phrase? Shanked the cat?
What?
What's the phrase? Shanked the what is the idiom here?
I don't know.
They really screwed the pooch, so to speak.
That's the one I was thinking of.
I think it's Shanked the Cat. I think people are going to be. Also, that's a Hawkeye reference. The Jack Duquesne or whatever can't get the idioms right.
Yeah. If I thought that that's what you were going for intentionally, then yeah, that would be a cool little joke you just made.
I know that his name is Duquesne, I think, and then it makes me think of Ned Chicane every time, and then every time he says his name, I cry.
I didn't think about that, but now I will. So thank you for
a verbal.
Okay.
wheeze,
Anyway,
like
Tyler, what'd you think about this episode? Oh my God.
that's my verbal wheeze.
What the hell was that noise? Good morning,
what did I
listeners.
think of-
We are actually doing this episode on time, and it is a Sunday at noon, and we've got some weird energy in the studio right now.
We do. What did I think about this episode? One, yesterday was Haley Steinfeld's birthday, so that was a gift to all of us.
Happy birthday, Haley.
Haley and I are both Sagittarius. That's a big deal. Like, it's a highly compatible. She's also an archer. Sagittarius is the archer, so that's a big deal. Yeah, I mean, Hales and I go back. There was a scene where Haley Steinfeld pointed a bow and arrow at Florence Pugh, and like, I don't get thirsty over content, Ethan, but that was kind of cool.
When Haley Steinfeld and Florence Pugh are involved, you do.
I do. Well, listen, man, I don't love a lot of things.
I'll tell you what. I was searching for the I just typed in Hawkeye episode 4 to check the director and release date and everything.
Yeah.
And under the people also ask on Google was, who was the Black Widow assassin in Hawkeye? And I'm just like, oh, sweetie.
Oh, God, how do you not know?
You are already behind, bud. You gotta, but they haven't not been doing phase 4 for very long. You gotta catch up.
You got to be. Granted, they haven't been doing Phase 4 for very long, but there is, like, was this the 4th TV show that you have to be caught up on?
Yeah, that's very true. I think there's more hours in phase 4 just in the second half of this year than there were in phase 1.
Yeah.
Anywho's it's yeah, this episode slaps. Hawkeye the TV show slaps. I love this show.
I absolutely love this show.
It just
They
keeps
do
getting better.
Yeah, they did the movie marathon, and she had the Santa Claus, which I was like, that's a Disney thing. But then what they actually played on the TV was It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is because it's Clint's second chance. I get it. He was the Ronin, and he screwed everything. Oh, that's so good. He tells Haley Steinfeld that he was the Ronin. Amazing.
Yeah, they have a drunk movie marathon, a heart to heart.
Yes.
And it's a great scene.
Do people do that? Listen, we're movie people, right? You and I.
Yeah.
Do people do that where they buy 4 to 10 DVDs or streaming and just put them on and like leave them on and like pseudo watch them, pseudo get drunk? Is that something people do?
I believe so.
I cannot fathom that.
It's the kind of activity that like my fiance would participate in, because if you and I were left to our own devices like that, with like, let's say we have 4 hours and some alcohol. Not 4 hours. Have like 8 hours and some alcohol and a television. We're just going to play like Mario Kart or Halo.
Mario Party. And
Or
Halo,
Mario
yeah.
Party. Right. Yeah. Like this is the thing. It's like Haley Steinfeld is a young woman and Clint, or Kate Bishop's a young woman and Clint Barton's an old man. They are both not gamers.
That's true. I bet Kate Bishop is pretty good at gaming.
Probably.
I bet that, hold on, what game does Kate Bishop play? I know the answer, but I want to know if you know the answer. What game is Kate Bishop surprisingly good at? I'll give you a hint. She is rich.
Beat Saber
Beat Saber is exactly right.
has the super in-depth VR rig.
Right. She's got the whole thing with the lights that flash on her, so when she puts
Yeah.
it on TikTok,
Yeah.
it looks good. Yeah. Kate Bishop plays Beat Saber.
Dun, dun, dun.
Have you ever played Beat Saber?
No.
Let me tell you, I thought it was going to be
I
like,
have a PSVR and I've never used it.
You never even put it on
I've
once?
never used it. No.
That's nuts.
Because it's always like every time I get it hooked up, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm totally gonna use this. And then I have to charge the things, the things, the controllers.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them, and you can't just plug them into the wall. They have to be plugged into the PlayStation, which means if I want to charge them both at the same time, I have to find 2 mini USB cables. Like that used to charge an old phone. Therefore, I've never used the PSVR.
I bet it's fun.
I bet it's super fun. And now that I have an Xbox One or Xbox Series X, I'll probably never use my PlayStation 4 again.
Yeah, I mean, you've played Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've turned on my Xbox or my PS4 in over 12 calendar months.
That's bonkers.
I mean, I just play the Switch all the time. But like, when
Yeah, I mean,
Olivia
I
was
just,
a baby,
I just read 182 books, so
well, I mean, I read 88.
yeah,
That's
so I'm
still a lot.
I'm like almost 100 more than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you weren't playing the Switch so much.
I honestly
I'm
don't
totally
play it that
kidding.
much. I know. But like even that I don't play that much. I play Hades and I play Pokemon and and Mario Kart, Mario Party, obviously. It's come to my attention that some people don't like Mario Party.
It's come to your attention that one of our friends doesn't like
One of
Mario
our
Party.
friends doesn't like Mario Party. I can't handle that.
I think she would like Mario Party if she just participated.
Yeah, I do too. I also think that she was under the impression that like this is a game that you need to know anything about to play.
Yeah.
And it's
Anyway,
like,
Hawkeye. Let's talk
Hawkeye.
about Hawkeye. Talk about Hawkeye.
I freaking love this show. Like I knew Yelena was coming, and when she showed up and started beating Clint's ass, I was like, "Ooh, who's that?
I know, right?
New character? That's fun."
Well, because when he was like, "No, Maya's up here with me," I was like, 2 Mayas?
That's exactly what I thought. I was like,
And then they
"Oh,
cut
what
back to the scene, and I was like, "She's got a hood on. It's obviously Yelena."
Oh, I didn't even get it then. I was like, "Who could that possibly be?"
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
they
and
were-
to be fair, Florence Pugh like tweeted the screen cap from that.
yeah,
scene,
but I
and was
forgot.
just like,
It was
"She's
so
back."
But what else happened is they hunted for a watch, a Rolex, a vintage Rolex, and who do you think that belongs to, Ethan?
Wilson Fisk.
So I thought Wilson Fisk makes sense. I also thought Daredevil. Like there was that recent tweet from Kevin Feige being like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Charlie Cox is still in the MCU."
Doesn't Wilson Fisk wear a watch? Isn't this what you were telling me last week about Wilson Fisk though?
He wears a ring.
Was a ring.
Where's a signet ring?
You think Charlie Cox, who lives in an apartment, not Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, who lives in an apartment in Harlem with a roommate, can afford a Rolex?
He's a pro bono lawyer, so clearly he's bringing big bucks. No, I think the
You
fact
think
that it's
that one of Matt Murdock's clients who can't afford a lawyer
Here's
gave
what I
him a
think.
Rolex?
Here's what I think. I think Matt Murdock has that Rolex for a few reasons. One, Matt Murdock is blind, so he has to have a properly mechanical watch. Like that would be a really cool thing in my mind, that like Matt Murdock can hear the ticking of the watch and know what time it is. That's cool to me.
That's not how watches work.
Okay,
They don't tick
that's
at a
also
different
not-
frequency in every hour. Although, hang on,
It's
new
also
watch
not
idea.
it's also not how blindness works, Ethan. But also there's some sort of tracker in the watch, which leads me to believe that it's valuable in some other way. Like there's added technology to this Rolex. So do I think that Tony Stark gave Matt Murdock a watch? I mean, it could happen.
Well, I mean, Clint did call it an Avengers relic.
Yeah. So you think a vintage Rolex belongs to like Cap?
No, I think I don't know who it belongs to, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not Daredevil.
I guess the other guess would be like Howard Stark, like something that like makes it old. Peggy Carter.
Clint Barton Sr.
I don't think he's CBJ. I think he's just Clint Barton.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what his dad's name is.
What do you think of
Mark Barton.
What do you think of Velma speaking Russian?
She's what's her name? Mockingbird or whatever, right? That's the character.
I don't know. Are you telling me Linda Cardellini is going to be a?
I think
in,
that Laura Barton is she has like a superhero associated with her.
Okay, so you're telling me we're going to see Velma in a superhero costume?
Maybe. Hang on. Think about it. Maybe Laura Barton's a widow.
That's what I was thinking as well. When you said widow, I was like, no, Clint's alive, so that's dumb. But
No,
Roman's dead.
like a black widow.
Right, I know. I don't know, man. There's a lot going on here, and there was something. So, like, she speaks Russian. That was like, what? But then there was something else that happened in this episode where I was like, oh, they're introducing all sorts of new characters. Oh, they were talking about. They were talking about somebody Clint was texting or like getting in touch with. Do you
Yeah.
remember this?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Mr. Fantastic, Mephisto. Here we go again.
Definitely Mephisto. Absolutely.
Definitely Mephisto. I tell you what, if Ronan made a deal with somebody, I would believe it's Mephisto.
What if? And hear me out here. What if it's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
What if it's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
What
You
if
think-
it's-
Hold on. Back it up. You think Matt Murdock can't afford a Rolex, but Tobey Maguire, broke-ass Spider-Man can?
Yeah, present from Norman.
Norman turns into the Goblin like the same day that Toby does.
Okay. Andrew doesn't even have a Norman. Neither does Peter.
Andrew has a Norman.
No, he doesn't.
Andrew Garfield?
Yeah.
The Amazing Spider-Man is about the Hobgoblin. Well, it's not Norman, but it's Harry.
Yeah. Harry's not Norman.
Now I've got to know. I don't remember. I haven't seen the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, I've
since
seen each one of them
2012.
once.
Yeah, I mean, it's been just years.
I will say this. I overheard your brother, old Joe Nathan, on a stream on Friday talking about Hawkeye theories, and he was like, and I just hear, yeah, so the guy touching Maya, the guy who her uncle left him with, is obviously Wilson Fisk, and I was like, I
Nailed
might
that
not be
one.
right. I might not be right, but I'm not off base.
Not off base. Yeah,
Someone
yeah,
else
that one.
independently thinks this.
So I've seen that on TikTok a lot too, and that's the theory, is that like Wilson Fisk will show up in the last episode of Hawkeye, or I guess in the next episode of Hawkeye, and then Daredevil will show up in Spider-Man, and that'll be kind of like how we get those two back in the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's got to be some sort of reveal in the next episode, right? Because it comes out like the day before Spider-Man.
Right. If it's not the next episode, then it's the following one. But it will connect it to Spider-Man in some way.
Yeah.
What am I looking
I mean, look, I'm not going to be upset if Vincent D'Onofrio's back in the MCU as Wilson Fisk. That was a great performance.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Amazing character. Who I really want back is Eldon Henson as Foggy Nelson. That was a character.
Facts.
That was.
I mean, I love
character.
Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock.
Oh yeah,
That was the only one of those Netflix shows that I cared about. That's for sure.
man. If they
I
come out
couldn't
and
make
they're
it
like,
15 minutes into Jessica Jones,
it was
and I love
so
Kristen
bad.
Ritter.
and I love David Tennant.
Yeah.
Oh, I could not stand that show.
Didn't watch a single second of Luke Cage or whatever the other ones were. Iron Fist.
I watched the pilot to Luke Cage, and I didn't end up liking it very much. What else is Vincent D'Onofrio even doing right now? Is there any reason why he can't be in it? Yes, he's been extremely prolific. He
Yeah,
was
I was
in
gonna
The
say, he
Godfather of Harlem.
He doesn't owe you anything.
He was in Birds of Paradise, The Unforgivable, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, The Moth Effect, and he's working on I don't want to say the name of that one, and A Fall from Grace. And those are all in 2021.
Well, hey, Vincent D'Onofrio, been busy.
Yeah, sometimes you look at an actor and you're like, oh, they haven't been in anything in a while. Maybe they're doing some big role.
Or maybe they're doing 11 small roles.
Yeah. Take Tobey Maguire, for example. His last project, The Boss Baby, 2017. Prior to that, Pawn Sacrifice.
You could not have paid me to tell you that Tobey Maguire was involved in any way with The Boss Baby.
I know. That seems weird to me. Who was he in The Boss Baby? Adult Tim and the narrator.
He does make a hell of a narrator.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
I would say Andrew Garfield hasn't done anything, but he was just freaking in
Yeah, he's the white boy of the month for sure.
Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the white boy of the month. I love watching theater people be like, why did I even go to theater school if Andrew Garfield can learn to sing in 6 months for a Lin-Manuel Miranda movie? Not thinking about the fact that Andrew Garfield went to theater school.
Yeah, he also
He's got a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
Tony Award.
Andrew Garfield has put the work in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got a Tony Award for drama.
Yeah. He also was Eduardo and Desmond Doss in Hacksaw Ridge and Peter Parker, and yeah, he's the real deal.
People love them some Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, people all about that Hacksaw Ridge.
People all about Hacksaw Ridge. It's about the Social Network for me.
Yeah, it's all about Social Network. I don't know that I've watched Hacksaw Ridge all the way through. I just can't do it with war
No, I haven't even
movies.
started it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said Wardo Savrin. I think about that movie way too much for a guy that fucking hates Facebook.
I mean, the movie doesn't make Facebook look good.
Yeah, I know, but all it does is make me think about how much Mark Zuckerberg sucks to this day.
Yeah. What's
You guys want to smoke some meats?
Yeah, I got the Sweet Baby Ray's. It's about this time we put the Sweet Baby Ray's on.
God, I need to do a fan edit where it just goes back and forth between Eduardo yelling at Mark in that one scene and Mark talking about smoked meats. Except just dub over all Sean Parker's parts with, yeah, but you guys want to smoke some meats?
He's locked in. What do they say? He's loaded in.
He's plugged in.
He's plugged in. Speaking of plugged in, Matrix comes out this week, I think. Let's talk about Hawkeye.
What do you want to say about Hawkeye?
I don't know, man. I freaking love
Spider-Man
this
comes
stuff.
out this week. Spider-Man comes out like
Spider-Man
5 days.
comes out, like 5 days.
What do you want to tell Joe Byron right now?
What's up, mama?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. What do you want to tell Hawkeye right now?
What if the Hawkeye season finale is on Coney Island?
I mean, it's not impossible.
Right. I mean, they're not far.
But it's been done for a while though.
Yeah.
Because there were set photos back in like January.
Do you think actors are ever like, this is so funny, we're putting on Christmas stuff, but it's not Christmas time when they're making Christmas movies? I feel like I would get such a freaking kick out of that if I was an actor.
If you were on a Christmas movie.
Yeah, and it was
And
like
it's July.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like, guys, how crazy is this? Look at these Christmas sweaters. Where'd you
Look at
even
these
find
Christmas
these?
sweaters.
Where'd you even find these? You guys in set.
Guys, it's
and
really
costume
hot out
design.
right now, guys.
It's like wicked world.
I know you made fake snow out of coconuts, but it's really hot out right now, guys. I'm just covered in soap and coconut.
Are you gonna make it so that my breath you can see it? Are you gonna do that?
Guys, you gonna do that in post?
You do that in
God, I
post?
love it when stuff gets done in post. No, here's if I was a Hollywood actor, I would never stop geeking about anything, man.
I wouldn't
I'd be
either.
sitting over there like I'm supposed to be on set, doing a take, and I'd just be like, what aperture are you using on that camera right now? That's a really cool camera, guys. Can I
I'd
touch
be
it?
sitting there.
Can I touch it?
No. When the director
guys let me
busts out
touch
the
it?
folding chair, I'd be like, I can't believe you guys actually use those.
I'd be like,
That's-
can I do the thing?
Can I do the clipboard?
The director's yelling at me out of an oversized cone,
right? I mean,
just like
That's
stop
so-
touching the clapboard. No,
no, it's so fun. Look at all this stuff. That guy's actually holding a boom microphone. Isn't that crazy? We don't have like a machine for that. We're like paying a person to do this.
Wild.
I think I would be baffled.
Shout
by,
out Best Boy Grip over here.
Yeah. I think I would be baffled by how much stuff is practical effects. Like even in like a big budget movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that would mess me up. I would go, me and the prop master, we would be buds.
Please don't. Hey, prop master, please don't give me a loaded gun.
Yes. And take all of, so this is a fun fact about movies and shows that have arrows in them and bows and arrows is there's never a real bow on set. It's always just the wood. The string is
Really?
100% in post.
That's fair.
Yeah. But that's kind of cool. Like, I mean, in the past when they did bows and arrows in like TV and movies, they wouldn't like train with archery at all. So like, they'd just be like pulling it back and it wouldn't have any of the like the breathing and the they wouldn't like do it with proper formation. I think that's so impressive that they do that
Without strings.
without strings. I think it's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
And without arrows.
Well, and here's the thing, dude. Like when they make Star Wars, they don't have lightsabers.
No, but they do have blunt blades.
Yeah, but like the lightsaber is fake.
Correct. Liam
Like the guy
Neeson-
that played Darth Maul is still alive.
Yeah.
He did not
He
get
is.
cut in half.
I'll tell you this about the dude that played Darth Maul. What is his freaking name? Oh man, let me pull it up.
No clue.
No, I know though. So he's on TikTok and he does a lot of like
Oh yeah, him being like a bearded white dude was not what I expected, honestly.
Ray Park is his name, and he's like a combat sports enthusiast. Probably not enthusiast at this stage. He's probably like considered a professional.
Combat enthusiast. He's a LARPer.
No, not a LARPer. But he's like really into combat sports, and he's like he's a very impressive dude, but he's a douchebag. If you follow him on TikTok or on YouTube, he's the worst. I mean, everybody loves him and they're like, oh my God, you're Darth Maul. And he drinks it up, but there's something about him I just can't stand. I just can't believe it.
You know what I can stand? Kate Bishop gets really into it with the LARPers, and that's a great scene.
Yes.
Where she's like, I want a costume. Can
Yes.
I be a Viking? Like she's such a great character because she just loves everything, right?
Yes.
Like so much of they've even worn down my guy Tom, my guy Peter Parker, right? Like he's been through it at this point. The Kate Bishop is still just like, oh my God, this is so cool. Everything is cool. Life is cool.
When she leaned over and told the guy in the elevator that she was like talking to an Avenger,
Yeah.
I was like, that dude's the evil guy. That's whose apartment you're going to. He's going to kick your ass.
No,
You're
I think he was
screwed.
just an old dude bringing groceries in.
I know, but I thought that was going to bite her in the butt, and it didn't. Maybe it will. Maybe that dude will show up again, and he'll be like, hey, Duck, good form.
What?
That's Leo Tarkesian, Duck Newton's neighbor.
Ah, you're right. You've been listening to Amnesty recently?
Yes, I have.
I could tell.
Very good stuff.
Duck Newton probably can't use a bow and arrow.
No, but he can use like a whip sword. That's pretty cool.
I'll tell you, I have an idea of what Beacon the Whip Sword looks like, and I don't think it looks like my brain can't wrap itself all the way around chain sword.
So it's not a chain sword.
It is a chain sword.
Well, the way he describes it and the name of the weapon he calls it in real life is not a chain sword.
Well, all I can hear is chain sword because that's what he says. That's one of the tags. I don't know, Tyler. I don't want to know. I don't want you to look it up and tell me anything. Okay?
All right. It will disappoint you if you know.
I'm sure. I don't want to be disappointed.
All right. You don't have to be disappointed, but do you want to be?
No.
All right. It's called Narumi.
Stop talking.
All right.
Why are you like this?
I feel like people should know things. Might come up in trivia one day. Bar trivia.
Yeah. Okay, listen, Tyler. The day that Bar Trivia starts referencing the middle redheaded stepchild season of the Adventure Zone, the one where they don't play D&D, when Bar Trivia starts referencing the Adventure Zone, then yeah, I'll look up what an Arumi is.
I think
I'll make that deal with you right there.
I think what'll likely happen is they'll ask about like medieval weaponry, and this will show up as one of the questions. That's my guess.
You gotta dig pretty fucking far down the rabbit hole of cool swords to get to Arumi. Like, you gotta soar all the way past like Scimitar and Falchion and
I always called it a falchion in my brain, but now that you say falchion, that sounds more right. I'll tell you this about bar trivia. If you are the kind of person who just sucks at bar trivia, like doesn't know the answer to any question any night ever, I don't believe you. How do you get out of bed in the morning? Do you know how to put pants on? I don't understand how you suck at bar trivia.
well, bar trivia usually isn't how do you put pants on.
I understand that, but to me it's so
The
fundamental.
answer is one leg at a time, just like everybody else.
They
Only
probably
then I
wouldn't know
save
that
the
idiom.
world.
They wouldn't know that idiom. They wouldn't understand that.
I don't know. I don't know how to be this person. I'm very good at bar trivia.
I know, but can you imagine that? Like if you're at bar trivia and the 35-year-old dude whose entire income comes from bar trivia hosting was like, the famous idiom describes how you do this daily activity like everybody else. If you don't know, put your pants on one leg at a time. Like, I just can't. I don't, like, when we turn on Jeopardy and there are questions that I know the answer to and nobody else in the room does, I don't understand that. Because I go through the world under the impression that I know less than everyone else. And when, like, I know something and you don't, how did that even happen?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Life is hard.
Life is, I'm gonna.
That being said, bar trivia is so wildly variable. Like, and there are definitely things that I don't know about bar trivia. Like, I'll come in there sometimes and they'll be like, it'll be the whole category would be like, this is episodes of The Simpsons from the mid-2000s. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to miss this whole category. And
I
that
don't
dude
know
over
this.
there knows every answer.
No. Because there would be an episodes of The Simpsons from the mid-2000s question, and there would be at least one question about the Simpsons movie where the answer is Spider Pig, and you'd be like, yeah, obviously I fucking know that. If you don't know that, I don't think you can put pants on in the morning.
And then, you get sometimes bar trivia where they'll be like, this is a question about classic rock. What was the 8th best-selling song on Prince's 9th album? And I'm like,
Purple Rain, baby.
definitely wasn't Purple Rain, tell you that much. I can tell you a lot of songs that it's not.
I can give you some extremely
Little Red
challenging-
Corvette, probably not that one.
We did this as a hash browns one time. Randomtriviagenerator.com. These are some extremely challenging questions.
All right, lay it
This
on me.
question comes from the arts. Which play was originally titled Mistakes of a Night?
Mistakes of a Night.
Night is in the sky, like the darkness, not night as in like the sword and shield.
Is it Shakespeare?
I don't know. I don't know this play.
Oh, Mistakes of a Night.
It is not Shakespeare.
I don't have a clue.
She Stoops to Conquer by Oliver Goldsmith.
Never heard of that person or that play.
Yeah, me neither. Geography question. Jarvis Island in the South Pacific belongs to what country?
Jarvis Island?
Yep.
New Zealand.
Belongs to the United States.
Cool.
History question. What explorer was the first to sail around the southern tip of South America and name it Cape Horn? This one I think I learned, but I would not know.
Francis Drake?
No, it was William Shoughton, which that's not a name I recognize at all. How many Earths could fit into the sun?
It's like 743.
That's 1.3 million.
Oh, cool.
What are Bic pens named after?
What are Bic pens named after?
Yep. This is a stupid question. I don't like the answer. The answer is a version of the founder's name.
Oh,
The
I was
word
trying to think of
jazz-
like what Bic stood for.
Yeah, that's stupid. The word jazz was first used in 1913 to describe what activity?
Dancing.
Baseball.
What?
Yeah. It originally meant enthusiasm. Look at those boys out there with all that jazz.
I'll tell you what. That whole. So the use of the word, jazz to describe, like, I'm jazzed about this, predating jazz music, is not on my 2021 bingo card.
Well, it was on my 1913 bingo card for sure. For sure. Some of these questions don't make any freaking sense. Like in 1975, what reopened after an 8-year closure?
Disneyland.
Suez Canal.
Trouble
Disneyland
in the
wasn't-
Suez.
Yeah, Disneyland wasn't open in 1975, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong.
Disneyland was, right?
Yes. Sorry, you were correct. I'm incorrect. It's July 17th, 1955, if you ever need to know for bar trivia. And then October
Disney
15th,
World was 81.
71.
71.
50 years.
Right. I was making myself older.
Yeah, I
All
was
right, give
there
me
for
one more.
50th.
Give me one more garbage trivia question. Let's get back to Hawkeye.
These
for a
are
minute.
insanely hard.
Okay.
In which film did Brad Pitt play the role of Mickey O'Neill?
Snatch.
Snatch is right.
Boom.
I wouldn't have got that because I've never seen Snatch, but I would know that it wasn't a lot of other Brad Pitt movies.
Yeah.
and
I was
think
like, which
could
one does he
pull
play the Irish guy?
I think I could pull Snatch out. If I was with the team, we would have gotten Snatch.
Well, I'd be on your team. So yeah.
Yeah.
We would have gotten all the rest of those wrong.
Yeah.
Jazz being a word used to describe enthusiasm in baseball. Really couldn't have seen that one coming.
Me neither. Me neither. Is there a difficulty setting on here? No. It's just you get crazy hard questions.
All right, Final Thoughts with Simpson Hawkeye.
I love
Go.
this show. I want to know what's going to happen with Yelena. I think Yelena and Haley are going to be
Best friends.
best friends, and I think they're going to have better chemistry than Clint and Natasha did. But they're also going. I think Yelena is going to have a harder time being a good guy than Natasha did.
Maybe to Clint.
What do you mean?
Well, she definitely blames Clint for Natasha dying.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yeah.
That look said it all.
Oh, I think Hawkeye dies at the end of this series.
Really?
Yeah. I think Mantle passed.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think Jeremy Renner. I watch a lot of interviews with him, and I cannot be convinced that he enjoys playing this character.
I think his face just looks like that.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. When I watch Tom Holland talk about Spider-Man, I'm like, that's somebody who likes his job.
I don't think if Jeremy Renner hates playing Hawkeye, I don't think they let him draw a giant tattoo sleeve on every day.
Yeah, I don't know. Final thoughts, Ethan?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that Yelena and Kate are going to become besties.
Yeah.
And we'll get a lot more like Yelena-ness next episode. I mean, obviously, she'll talk the next episode,
Yeah.
but
She'll be back.
that whole
think
character
Zach-
will be back.
Do you think Zach Braff has met Haley Steinfeld?
Probably. I can definitely see Zach Braff just like being the guy that's just at the set.
I don't know, man.
But I can also see Florence Pugh being like, actually, Zach, I'm going to go do this one myself. Thank you.
You're not allowed to.
Don't tell me you have plans. Move the plans.
You can't come because you're not in the MCU.
Yet.
I don't think Zach Braff.
They'll get desperate enough.
I don't think
They're
will.
running out of white people, Tyler.
I don't think they are. They'll get. Oh, what was the dude's name that played Ted?
No, some character will show up at a hospital and Zach Braff and Donald Faison will just like be there as
That's like extras.
the doctors.
Yeah. Yeah, he took over Doctor Strange's job. Anyway, that's my final thoughts on this show.
Turk is the replacement neurosurgeon. Stephen Strange. All right. Well, we will be back next Monday to talk about Hawkeye. We'll be back Thursday to talk about something else. We'll be back the following Thursday to talk about Spoderman.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Phil Spiderman. And on
Bye.
behalf of Bacon and Eggs, this has been me. Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.